Good evening. Tonight, breaking news. A new $250 visa fee for international visitors is sending shockwaves through the American economy. What seemed like a minor policy change is now an invisible wall, turning away the very people who fuel our cities and support millions of jobs. Tourist numbers are plummeting, hotels sit half empty, and iconic attractions are eerily quiet. This isn't just about tourism. It's about our connection to the world and the economic lifeblood of our greatest cities. From coast to coast, the story is the same. Major U.S. cities are grappling with a sudden, severe downturn. We'll investigate how this fee is dismantling decades of progress and leaving economic hardship in its wake. The story begins now. We start in New York City, where the city that never sleeps is now wide awake with worry. For decades, millions of tourists powered the city's economy, from Broadway to street vendors. But the $250 visa fee has acted like a sudden frost. Tourist chatter has vanished and businesses are struggling. Maria Rossi, a Little Italy restaurant owner, says her lunch rush is gone. For a family of 4, it's another $1,000, they just can't do it, and we can't survive without them. Souvenir shops in Times Square report a 60% drop in sales. Central Park carriages wait hours for a single fare. Hotel occupancy rates have fallen to levels not seen since the 2008 financial crisis, forcing price wars and staff cutbacks. Broadway and museums like the Met and MoMA are seeing fewer international visitors. The city's global appeal is fragile, and the fee has created a barrier, both financial and psychological. Local officials plead for change, warning that short-term visa revenue is dwarfed by long-term economic loss. Empty storefronts and rising unemployment claims are proof of the damage. The silence at the 9/11's Memorial Plaza is a powerful symbol of what's being lost. Not just money, but global connection. New York's identity as the world's crossroads is at risk. The Big Apple is being hollowed out, and the core of the problem is a fee many see as a devastating miscalculation. The question, how long can the city hold its breath? The answer may depend on how quickly this policy is reversed. Now to Los Angeles, where the entertainment capital is feeling the fallout. The $250 visa fee is a box office bomb. Tour buses run empty, and the Walk of Fame is quiet. David Chen, a tour bus operator, says, "I used to run 4 tours a day, full. Now I'm lucky to get 1 group. I've had to lay off drivers." Street performers and souvenir shops are struggling. Daily earnings have been cut in half. Luxury hotels and boutiques in Beverly Hills report cancellations and a dramatic drop in foot traffic. Even movie studios feel the pinch. Fewer visitors mean weaker global brand loyalty. Restaurants in Santa Monica and Venice Beach see fewer international diners. Car rental agencies have a surplus of vehicles. The entire service industry faces reduced hours and layoffs. City officials warn that international tourism is a pillar of L.A.'s economy, not a luxury. The city is losing millions in revenue every week, impacting public services and schools. The visa fee, meant to generate federal revenue, is creating a massive local budget hole. The glamour of LA is overshadowed by economic hardship. By making it harder for the world to visit, the policy is dimming the lights on the city that sells dreams. The Hollywood sign now overlooks a scene of growing desperation. The allure of Hollywood is powerful, but not invincible. The city's future depends on reopening its doors to the world. Next, Miami, a city built on its ties to Latin America, now feeling the chill. The $250 visa fee has sharply cut visits from Brazil, Colombia, and Argentina, where families often travel to Miami multiple times a year. For many, the extra cost is a deal-breaker. Destinations like Cancun are now more attractive. Lincoln Road Mall, once bustling, is nearly empty. Isabella Garcia, a boutique manager, says, "Business is down 70%. Our main clients aren't coming, we've cut staff hours." Hotels from Brickell to South Beach report unprecedented vacancy rates and layoffs. The entire supply chain, food distributors, linen companies, rideshare drivers, is suffering. Miami's economy, built on international visitors, is grinding to a halt. Real estate is also hit. Fewer visitors mean fewer buyers, and foreign investment is drying up. Festivals and events see lower ticket sales. The city's cultural vibrancy is fading. Miami's leaders are lobbying for exemptions, warning of long-term damage to hemispheric relations. They argue Miami is a crucial bridge between North and South America, now at risk. The fee is burning that bridge, one canceled flight at a time. The sun still shines, but a dark economic cloud has gathered. Miami's future depends on restoring its role as an international crossroads. The city's identity and prosperity are on the line. The question, will Miami's warmth return, or is the chill here to stay? In Las Vegas, a city built on spectacle and risk, the $250 visa fee is a losing bet. The Strip feels muted, casinos and high-limit rooms are eerily quiet. A casino manager says, "International play is down 50%. Our whales are going to Macau or Singapore instead." Gaming revenue powers Vegas, funding everything from fountains to salaries. As it dries up, layoffs begin, especially for staff serving international guests. Production shows see empty seats, performers feel the loss of diverse crowds. Celebrity chef restaurants and luxury retailers report fewer big spenders. Even wedding chapels see a decline in international couples. The crisis exposes Vegas's dependence on international tourism, despite efforts to diversify. City and state officials are urgently appealing to the federal government, citing millions in lost tax revenue. The fee has dammed the river of cash that keeps Vegas alive. In a city where fortunes turn on a card, this policy feels like a bad hand for everyone. The neon lights still burn, but the future looks much darker for thousands of workers. Vegas's resilience is being tested like never before. The city's gamble on global visitors must pay off again, or the house may lose. The stakes have never been higher. The world's playground is running out of players. In San Francisco, the $250 visa fee is causing a system crash in both tourism and tech. Major conferences at Moscone Center report a 40% drop in international attendees. Some events are being canceled. Sarah Jenkins, a tech conference organizer, says, "For a startup founder, this fee is a huge barrier. Companies are pulling out." Hotels face a sea of empty rooms. Lunch spots and coffee shops near the convention center struggle to survive. At Fisherman's Wharf, crowds are thin. Boat tours to Alcatraz have same-day availability. Street artists and cable car operators see their incomes evaporate. The city's unique attractions are underutilized and small businesses are paying the price. Wine country tours and museums report cancellations and lower attendance. San Francisco's ethos of openness and global connection is at risk. Tech companies are looking to host events elsewhere. Tourists are choosing more affordable destinations. The city is at risk of being bypassed, a hub of innovation suddenly isolated. The economic consequences are spreading fast. San Francisco's future depends on restoring its global ties. In Orlando, the $250 visa fee is draining the magic from the world's theme park capital. Disney and Universal report record low international attendance. British and Brazilian families are choosing other destinations. A bus driver says, "I used to have my bus full of families from the UK, now it's quiet, too quiet." Hotels, restaurants, and vacation rentals along International Drive are in crisis. For rent signs are everywhere. Property managers face foreclosures as international families disappear. Theme parks have cut hours for part-time and seasonal workers, creating economic anxiety for thousands. Smaller attractions and outlet malls are also suffering. Orlando International Airport, expanded for international travel, now sees a drop in arrivals. The city's economy is overwhelmingly dependent on tourism. The fee has struck at its heart. Local leaders are launching domestic marketing campaigns, but admit it's not enough. They plead with lawmakers. For Orlando, tourism isn't just an industry, it's a lifeline. The nightly fireworks over Cinderella's castle feel bittersweet. The magic is fading and the future is uncertain. Orlando's happily ever after is at risk. In Chicago, the $250 visa fee is freezing the city's vital convention and tourism sector. McCormick Place, the nation's largest convention center, reports a 30% drop in international attendance. Organizers say, for a small overseas company, the extra cost isn't worth it. They're choosing Europe or Asia instead. Hotels in the Loop face alarming vacancies. Staff hours are cut. The city's global buzz is gone. Millennium Park and the Bean are missing their usual mix of international visitors. Museums and observation decks report fewer guests and lost revenue. The restaurant scene, from deep dish pizza to fine dining, is hit hard by fewer expense account dinners. Chicago's leaders warn that making it harder for the world to visit weakens America's global position. The fee is a short-sighted policy with long-term consequences. The city's resilience is being tested by this self-inflicted wound. The Chicago River tour boats pass with more empty seats than ever. Chicago has always been a city of broad shoulders, but this challenge is different. The city's progress depends on reopening to the world. The question, can Chicago overcome a policy determined to stop its momentum? Across America, the story is the same. A $250 visa fee is crippling tourism and hospitality. We've seen empty hotels, deserted attractions, and heard from workers whose livelihoods are at risk. The numbers are clear. The fee's revenue is dwarfed by billions in lost tourism dollars and jobs. We're turning away people who invest in our economy and return home as ambassadors for America. Is this a price we're willing to pay? The silence in our cities suggests the cost is far too high. Let us know how this fee could affect your travel plans in the comments below. Subscribe for more stories that matter. Thank you for watching.